of the directions that we should innovate in.
The Exploring Energy Show begins now.
And a very, very good Thursday morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Shawn Wilson here with the Exploring Energy Radio Show. Got some special in-studio guests we're going to get to here in just a moment. But first of all, here's what's on the menu at Elk City Meals on Wheels, 1510 West 9th Street. This is a wonderful program, folks, and this is one of their fundraising sources. If you can throw them a few extra dollars, that's great. $8 for a regular meal, $7 if you're a senior citizen. Open from 11 to 1, Monday through Friday. On this 16th day of October, enchilada casserole, Spanish rice, Mexi corn, and lemon cake. That's what's on the menu today. And remember, those prices include the tax, the whole deal. Enchilada casserole, Spanish rice, Mexi corn, lemon cake. That's what's on the menu at Elk City Meals on Wheels. Carnegie Caravan, bringing the library right to you. Friends of the Carnegie Library. Free books delivered right to you by the Friends of the Library in the Carnegie Caravan. Here's a phone number you can call, 225-0136, 225-0136. It's for free books. Now, if you have trouble reading regular print, maybe you're like me. You've got to have your font on your phone so big that you scroll 3 times to get one word out. But nonetheless, if you're having trouble reading regular print, ask them about their program. It's a free program that can help. That number again, 225-0136. All right, we're going to get right to it here. You're going to have to get right up on that microphone. But let me introduce a couple guys to you. Ruben Turian. He's the Director of Business Development. And then we've got the CEO, Bryce Conway, also tickles those ivories for the Great Divide. A very diversified guy. Welcome to the show, guys, with FlexChem.
Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead now. Ruben, I've known you for
two or three years.
Yeah, what do the kids call it? A hot minute. Anyway, what are you doing with yourself nowadays, man?
I'm at FlexChem.
I know, but what are you doing?
I'm following the leader.
At a kid.
What else do you think I'm doing?
You're staying looking busy, right?
I'm learning the industry that I've been around for 3 decades.
But never was right.
Never was right in it. Skirted it
Yeah.
from the outside, been around it, seen it,
Yeah.
but never jumped in.
Put a couple expos on over there.
couple
in
expos,
Swazoo.
couple things, met some people. And then I guess it would have been December of 24. We were in Las Vegas for the National Finals Rodeo and watching the Great Divide. And my buddy over here and I had a discussion. I think it was about 1:40 a.m. at the Aria Hotel.
That doesn't surprise me.
And we shook hands. And basically, he explained to me what FlexChem does, which he had explained 900 times previous to that conversation.
Right.
And it kind of went in one ear and out the other. And I listened and thought more and more. And when I realized exactly what was going on, I thought, this is something I want to be a part of.
Right.
And so came back, and now I'm a part of it.
Yeah, you and I met through food because the Benchwarmer Browns thing.
Oh, yeah, way back in the day.
That's
one thing we joke around about. All the petroleum engineers that used to eat there daily, my target market was sitting in my lap, and I never knew it.
That's awesome. Ruben, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, the Great Divide, we've talked about that. But Bryce Conway, CEO of FlexChem. FlexChem's a lot bigger outfit than what I had originally thought.
Oh, my gosh. Well, first of all, thank you for having us out.
Oh, you
Shawn.
betcha.
And, talk about FlexChem. And so, yeah, FlexChem, we started, I guess we were established in 2000, and we were established out of Weatherford, Oklahoma, and just started with just a pickup truck and a trailer with a pump on it. And so we've evolved over the years with our laboratory being in Weatherford. And as the shell boom, hit us back around 2008, 2009.
Right.
Turns out we were right in the middle of it. And so we've kind of turned into we kind of call ourselves now a technology company with frac pumps. And we've developed, we have quite a big intellectual capital of, patents and just methods that we've developed. And so we've got real popular with the shell stimulation where, we can pump some chemicals into these shell wells. And,
Well, it keeps the propant, it keeps it going in the right way, right? I mean, because there's a lot of things getting mixed down there. And if that propant, which what they use to help keep the, the fracks open, you guys have got some chemical that makes a world of difference in that way as well.
Yeah, we can increase production is the bottom line.
That's it.
So it's real popular.
Yeah. And some wells have been destroyed because they didn't use something such as this. So, I mean, this is a pretty big deal.
Amazing. Yeah. It's always good to have, chemists, engineers who can support and, keep these wells running, keep them optimized. And that's kind of what we do at FlexChem. We have a pretty good technical team.
And that makes it so much easier in the oil and gas industry. If you have that those people on staff it enables you to take problems that you run into out in the field for different customers in different places and put the people together that can start coming up with solutions for that and then offering that to your customers. So, man, it's a multi-layer deal, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is. I tell you, the one thing that I've learned over my 25-year career is that even like with all the shell development, they just take those drilling rigs right down the row. You'd be anywhere from 10 to 12, well bores in a 1 mile, 500-foot spacings. But one thing I've learned is that every well is individual, and they all have their own personalities. And so, that's what we do at FlexCam. We treat each well individually.
And that's crazy. Even each well bore on the same pad is different. I've talked to guys that were like, oh, man, we figure, okay, hey, well number one's going to do this. Well number two, that'll probably do that. No, does something totally different. Of course, you're fracking into a different zone. But, it's just this shell revolution. And for you guys to be right there, like you said, in the middle of it. And what a great opportunity it was for FlexChem to grow with the industry.
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you, this shell, as you know, this ever since these unconventional wells, started back in 2008, 2009, it's a totally different industry now.
Yes.
Because I remember back when we got started back in 2000, 2001, when it was all vertical wells. In Elk City, man, there's so much action over here with those vertical wells. 4
or 5 mile hole deep, right?
Well, yeah.
A couple of years to drill them. It's just crazy.
Yeah, found that natural gas. Yeah, this Elk City was a hot spot. But, back then, we could walk into offices and, talk to the owners, the presidents, and back then, the pumpers could make decisions on
exactly
chemical treatments. But now, it's turned into, that element's still there, but it's more, what would you call it, Ruben, commercialized? Or
the security to get into some of the places.
Oh, yeah.
It's like to get in.
Oh, yeah, like Fort Knox. Yeah.
Oh, no. Way worse.
Worse than that, yeah.
Way
okay.
worse. Worse.
Were you going to say Alcatraz because you knew how to get in those places you just couldn't get out?
I started to.
I think people actually escaped Alcatraz.
I started to. No, but it's a true story. Some of the things that we see going into places with the armed, there's security they've got. It looks like FBI agents.
Well, it's proprietary information. They don't want anybody else to know what they know, that kind of thing. But it's just amazing to me that a company like FlexChem can become so diversified. I was looking at your website earlier, doing a little research, and the water treatment, that's a pretty big deal. You guys have these, I guess, mobile water treatments that you can take out to places and do some really good with.
Yeah, water recycling was one of the very first technologies that we got into, and that technology started from the shell boom, and to frack, these horizontal wells that were being drilled,
millions of gallons. Yeah.
300,000 up to 700,000 barrels of water, which is unsustainable with fresh water. So, FlexChem. So that's kind of to our credit. We designed the technology for the world's very first frack water recycling facility, which was right west of over Wheeler County, Texas, just right across the border on the 100th Meridian. And we did that with that was Lynn Energy,
right?
Back in I think 2007. But yeah, so we successfully treated the very first frack water recycling facility in the world. So
and water, it's our most valuable natural resource, and in some places it's just not as abundant as in other places, and when you start talking about the Texas Panhandle, it doesn't take long to become desert when you're driving out there.
Well, you're right, Shawn, and not only the necessity to recycle, it's a valuable resource because any water, no matter whether it's recycled produced water or whether it's fresh water, once it gets into the oil field cycle,
right,
it ultimately goes down into a saltwater disposal, and so we lose it.
Yeah,
we never get it back.
And that's tough. That's
so
tough.
It's important to recycle, but just the whole nature of the beast. There's a lot of operators, that got into this drilling and completions for horizontal wells, and so it sounds easy.
Right.
Let's go build some 500,000 barrel storage pits, put produced water in it, and use it to frack. But what the industry realized pretty quick was that when you start filling these pits up with produced water, that's when the problems start.
Right.
The smell. this water starts producing a solid material that's called iron sulfide. It's like gunpowder.
Yeah.
And when you're using that water to frack these nanodarcy shell formations, it plugs them up. And the lawsuits, the farmers who are a mile downwind, with that.
The environmental. I mean, with even like ducks and geese, those kind of things like that. I mean, I remember when
deer fall.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. It's and that's interesting that you say that, because it's from the laboratory to to the well site. It's got to make it much easier again for FlexChem to have the proper chemical makeup. I mean, there's so many things that interact with each other, like you said, and there's a lot of people that are afraid of the chemicals that are used in frac. Most of them are naturally occurring. Almost all of them are naturally occurring chemicals, but still, it's something that I'm just amazed by, because the more I got into your website and the more I started reading what it was that you guys did and the opportunities you provide. Like you said, it's about the lifting cost. What's it cost to get that product out of the ground up into the sales line?
Yeah. The whole thing is just one big math equation. What does it add up to, and is it profitable?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're visiting with Bryce Conway, and we're also visiting with Ruben Turian, and we are going to continue that visit with our FlexChem guests right after this. Stick around. We'll be back with more of the Thursday edition right here on 96.5 KECO.
The Exploring Energy Show.
You know why people like going out to eat? It's a little treat for them. They get to leave the house and go somewhere else and have somebody else cook the food and serve it to them and clean up afterward. All you got to do is pay and leave.
I know a lady that makes it at Janice's Cafe. We go out there and eat all the time. You know why? It's not at home, and it's better than what we cook. One of my favorite things to eat at Janice's Cafe, the catfish. It's good. It's got the crispy breading. Oh, it's like they made it with love, with a little bit more love on top of it.
Bacon cheeseburger.
Best bacon cheeseburger in the business. Name another one.
Mushroom and Swiss.
Best mushroom burger there is ever. Janice's Cafe can make all those burgers for you. Of course they got burgers. Got the best burgers you can have.
Do you think more people drink sweet tea or unsweet tea?
Well, you know what I am.
Half and half.
Half sweet, half unsweet. Janice is located on the south side of Elk City, where you go into the movie theater, right there next to Arby's. You'll be able to find it because there's a big old sign up there that says Janice's Cafe.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-511-3535. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider, 800-511-3535. That's 800-511-3535. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-511-3535.
Hi, it's Andy Taylor. We're living in some very turbulent times. It's easy to get discouraged in the normal course of life, but the good news is God has all the answers. His presence and companionship always makes all the difference. A big part of what we do at Trinity Fellowship is to help people in the process of coming into relationship with the Father. We'd love to help you. Our services start at 10 a.m. on Sunday. You can find us on our Trinity Fellowship Facebook page, or you can listen right here on KECO at 9:30. We'd love to have you be part of our family.
Timber, Oklahoma is your safe and reliable expert tree care service. At Timber, we provide professional tree trimming and removal with a focus on safety, quality, and clear communication. With over 10 years of experience and certified in the Electrical Hazards Awareness Program, our crews provide tree trimming and removal, storm damage cleanup, utility line clearance. Call Timber today at 580-732-3400 or see us online at www.timberokla.com or email us at customercare@timberokla.com.
Killoffer Flooring Center, right on the corner, right on the price. Corner of 6th and Main, downtown Elk City, Oklahoma.
Stay informed with the latest news from the energy industry on the Exploring Energy Show.
Welcome back, everyone. Don't forget that Melanie Rhodes co-ed softball benefit tournament is this Saturday and Sunday at the Elk City Burson Fields. Went out there yesterday, and Ryan and his hands were working hard getting those fields ready. Ryan Fennell, thank you for your donation of your time for that. But it's $200 per team, 3 girls minimum. All of the proceeds will go to Melanie Rhodes, who is battling cancer. And so that's what we do here in Western Oklahoma, man. We get behind those people. ASCO Equipment, one of 27 locations throughout Western Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, 24/7. You know, they're going to come and work on your equipment no matter who you bought it from, when you bought it, what brand it is. I got 200 factory-trained, certified technicians on staff, 140 field service trucks. They can bring it right to you. Not everybody's got a lowboy to throw their equipment on and get it to town. They represent Case Construction, Case IH, Caterpillar, Lift Truck Line, Crown, Bobcat, Genie, Hitachi. They're the big stuff, folks. They're not like hand tools. This is a rental outfit for heavy equipment. They'll also trade in your equipment for newer used equipment. Bart Shields is equipment sales. Of course, equipment rental, E.J. Gredeman. You can get a hold of Jeremy Bridgman, 323-3422, online, ASCOEQ.com, ASCOEQ.com. And Fred Steakhouse, home of the $4.99 chicken fried steak, served daily, hand-battered, country gravy, house-made mashed potatoes. Great supporter of this show. We appreciate them. They got numerous side options. They've got 7 kinds of chicken, seafood, freshwater catfish, appetizers sure to please everyone, and cap off your dining experience with fresh in-house made desserts. Fred's also has a full-service bar. Fred Steakhouse can host your private event. Located at 2107 South Main Street in Elk City. Order online. Chow Now app. Open 7 days a week. And American Hose and Supply. What if before you needed them, you called American Hose and Supply? What if before your hoses failed, you had some on hand, put them right back to get it, right back on, get right back at it. Downtime's money, folks. How much easier would that make your life? Well, call American Hose and Supply. Whether you're proactive or reactive, they will help you. Inside the Camrock building next to Fred's Steakhouse, call 303-1123, 303-1123. Go to those who know hose. Now we're going to come back to these guys who know about, well, how important it is for community involvement for your company. And, Ruben, you guys have made some strides over there in the SWOSU Nation.
We have. As you notice, we've got a stadium. We've got Flex Chem Field right there on campus. Proud of that. We're doing a whole bunch of stuff with the university right now. One of the things that we're working on is an alumni group. And every expo we go to, everything that we've been to, you see like the Texas A&M guys, they've all got that ring on. Mm-hmm. It's the 12th man. It's this, it's that. And so I thought, you know what? At Southwestern Oklahoma State, we've got tons of guys and girls that are out in the oil field.
Right.
So we put together an oil and gas alumni and friends group.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so we're starting to get that organized. Our first event's going to be November the 8th, and we thought we would wait until the University of Oklahoma and Oklahoma State were both idle so we could host an event and maybe bring some people out to Weatherford.
Nice.
So since there's no OU or OSU game that Saturday, we're going to have a chili cook-off.
Now, is the football games involved in it?
Football game,
Who
yeah.
do y'all play, do you know?
Washita Baptist.
Oh, I see.
So this will be a tailgate party / chili cook-off for the Oilfield alumni and friends. It's free to enter. We're going to be putting out information on social media this week.
Fantastic.
To get signed up for free. Tons of prizes. You know, we've got Flex Chem as a sponsor, Lucky Star Casino, the SWOSU Foundation. People are jumping on board. I think it'll be something that people want to be a part of.
I think you're right.
And
and when you're playing the Baptist, you don't have to worry about them coming and drinking all your stuff at the tailgate party.
Exactly.
Well said. Yeah.
Well, Ruben,
that's true.
You know, community involvement is huge because, you know, and a lot of companies, you know, they give and, you know, they get no credit. They, you know, nobody even comes over and says thank you, but they give because they care. They give because the people that work for them are from that area or their families are in that area or their kids are playing ball in that area or whatever the case may be. But an alumni group for oil and gas industry from SWOSU, that's
it's something
genius.
that we thought was needed, but like we're trying to branch out into the communities around. Not just Weatherford.
Sure.
You know, last month we went to Clinton. We did backpacks. We donated backpacks for some kids over at the Clinton Public Schools, and it's important to get out and do those types of things. Bryce and I were actually talking about that on the way over. You have 2 companies. They're both doing the exact same thing.
Right.
They're both making the exact same amount of money, but you've got one that's giving back to 10 different communities. Which one do you want to work with?
Yeah, exactly.
The one that's community involved or the one that's just not doing a whole lot?
I agree.
So,
I totally agree. And
that's why it's important to get out and participate.
Not to mention just company morale, too. When your people that are working for you are excited about showing up to work, then you're going to get, they'll run through a brick wall for you. If you're treating your employees terribly and the local community terribly, that circle's going to come back around to you, especially out here in western Oklahoma where that circle's very short.
Well, when you have employees getting thanked at church and different places, it makes them feel good, too. They feel like they're part of the big team.
Yeah, and they are.
And so it makes them feel good. It works out well.
Of course, it all starts at the head, the CEO. I mean, you're like, Bryce, I'm sure that you're also one of those kind of guys that, and if your company's showing the success it has, you surround yourself with good people. I mean, that's what good leaders do. And I'm sure you've got a lot of those that are working for you too.
Yeah, well said. We have created this structure that we are. We have great management, and even our technical team. With our engineers and chemists, they're the top of the top. But excuse me, but what you were saying, Ruben, like with the SWASU, even to kind of represent SWASU.
Right.
Ruben and I are both on the alumni board of directors, and we. Just the fellowship that comes from starting this Oilfield alumni with SWASU, just the fellowship that it brings, just from the community of our alumni at SWASU.
Right.
Yeah, that's outstanding.
So you're an alumni? You graduated
twice. Twice. No, stop. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing like it's the greatest? I got a master's degree.
The greatest 12 years of your life,
13,
right?
Swear to God, 13. I'm not going to lie to you, Wilson. It was 13, and that was because I was getting my master's degree while I was working.
Right. Okay. Well, congratulations. You're a master. That's good stuff.
And when I get my doctorate, you're going to call me Dr. Trey.
Yeah, you think I am? Yeah, right. You and Jill Biden. But anyway.
Always push my honor.
Ouch. Ouch.
We are visiting with Ruben Turian, and Director of Business Development for FlexChem, and also the CEO and Technical Director, Bryce Conway, with FlexChem. And we're talking about what it is FlexChem does, why they do it, how they do it, who they do it for, and how they stay connected to the communities. Bryce, we're going to come back to you. I know that Workforce Ready, where you have people that come right out of SWASU or right out of a university and they're looking for a chemical engineer's job or something, with having your own laboratory and those kind of things, that's got to be something to where these people have an opportunity for employment once they get their degree.
Yeah. So, we recruit, we have our chemists, Southwestern Oklahoma State University has an excellent science program with their, because they have the pharmacy school.
Oh yeah.
So, Southwestern always takes, they have a lot of credit because of their pharmacy school. But a lot of the what do you call it? The
prereqs.
Yeah, the prereqs come from the chemistry department.
Right.
The chemistry department.
Get all your early classes done.
Yeah, I guess they call it the weed out. A lot of that pharmacy success.
The first 8 years for you, Rube, and then
okay. Thanks, Wilson.
Yeah, but we got our FlexChem field. So FlexChem, so we donate, huge, large, like briefcases full of money to SWASU.
Yeah. Truckloads
of money.
Yeah, truckloads. Well, and if they're putting that back into the workforce, and I'm sure they probably have, working with you guys so closely, they kind of understand which direction they need to steer some of these kids, some of these people that are in their school to where they're able to come right out and go to work for you.
Well, we have our logo on the football field, and what that logo has done is, we have a handful of our operators that were playing football, and they had never even knew what FlexChem was. And when they graduated, they just got online and they applied. And some of our best operators, our supervisors, are actually football players from SWASU that just inquired because they didn't know what FlexChem was. And so, yeah, it's a good partnership that we have with Southwestern. Which
comes in really handy if you're like having a tailgate party and the Baptists are trying to take you over, right? You got these football players.
Yeah, but they don't. Never mind.
That was a terrible lead in for sure. But, I don't want to discount the fact that the innovations that FlexChem has had over the years and in the oil and gas industry as a whole, and a lot of it is chemically based because all these interactions and reactions from these chemical compounds downhole, at the top, the produced stuff makes a huge difference. And you guys found a need and started filling it.
Yeah. So I guess our goal is we're here to solve problems, to fix problems, and we are a service company, and we have intellectual property on things that we've developed, which is like water recycling, like we were discussing earlier, and we have stimulation technology, we have remediation technology, and we have some frac additives. We have this frac additive that we developed that you can put into your frac, and it goes in with the frac sand, so it goes subterranean, goes into that frac wing, and it's this solid material, and it places with the proppant. And I heard you using the proppant word.
Yeah.
And so that we keep that conductive pathway clean, and but we also have commodities, like we do production chemicals, for paraffin and H2S. You were talking about H2S earlier.
So the soap sticks, the paraffin, that kind of things like that?
The soap sticks, yeah. And the paraffin, the corrosion, scale inhibitors. We have a complete line of commodities. We do acidize it. We have a yard in Permian Basin in Pecos, Texas, and we have a yard in Weatherford, and we have our corporate is in Yukon, Oklahoma. And so we have acid docks, we have high pressure pumps, and all the acid line transport, so we can carry acid and pump acid.
Cool.
We do fracturing.
We've got a state-of-the-art laboratory in Yukon. You need to stop by and see it sometime when you're passing through, because that's what I believe separates us from most everyone else.
Right.
Being able to catch a sample in the morning, have it in Yukon, having Zach and the guys, our team in the lab, evaluate things, and then having our technical team come up with solutions to the problem. I've watched it over the last year, and it's pretty impressive.
Because the oil and gas industry, everybody needs it yesterday. So when you can go out there and catch that sample,
we're not having to send it to anyone.
Yeah,
we
you're
have
not
a
having
right
to
that
send
we
it
walk
off.
from one building to the next, run some tests on it, and have some answers. It's helped us move the needle in a hurry.
So, Bryce, about how many people you got working for you, man?
We're around 70.
Yeah,
75.
Company wide. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not small, but I think we're a good medium sized company.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great sized company in my opinion. And when you start talking about 70 families that depend on FlexChem, for their livelihood, their day-to-day needs, it's got to make you feel good about providing a good solid job, a good solid company for these people.
We're all in together, and we do have a great team of our group, and we all understand. Let's move the ball forward. Yeah, be successful.
Fantastic. Human resources, that's a big deal. When you got a company, because you know how it always is. There's a lot of personal, personalities and those kind of things that need to be addressed. And some companies just look the other way. And then
HR is the adult timeout.
What's that?
HR is the adult timeout.
How many times you been there, Rube?
Once a week.
Just once a week.
Once a week. Once a week.
You just walk in and give me the usual.
The adult timeout. You go over there and quit talking.
We're at the bottom of the hour. We got one more segment with these guys right here. These guys from FlexChem. FlexChem, our guests this morning, Bryce Conway and also Ruben Turian. We'll be back with more right after this.
This is the Exploring Energy Show.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy. In 2011, I founded Wesley Financial Group with one goal in mind, to help honest folks out of their timeshares permanently. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we'd want our own family treated. That philosophy has helped us grow into the largest, most trusted timeshare cancellation company in the United States. Fortune magazine even recognized us as one of the best places to work. Why? Because we genuinely care. In fact, some of our former clients were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-885-3100. 800-885-3100. 800-885-3100.
Looking for the perfect venue for your next event? Look no further than the Frisco Center, located in the heart of western Oklahoma. Whether it's a stunning wedding, a joyful reception, a memorable birthday party, or a professional seminar, we've got you covered. With spacious rooms and exceptional service, Frisco Center is designed to make your special occasion unforgettable. Located at 101 South 4th Street in Clinton, Oklahoma. Call us today at 580-323-7874 to book your date. The Frisco Center, where every event is a reason to celebrate. Craving a real steak? Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City is firing up flavors 7 days a week. The grill is always hot and the steaks are always fresh. From juicy char-grilled ribeyes, fillets, and sirloins to chicken fried steak, hearty burgers, seafood, and chicken, there's something for everyone. Don't forget the appetizers, salads, and desserts to top it off. Bring your appetite. We'll handle the rest. Dine in or order online now on the DoorDash app. It's more than just a steakhouse. It's Fred's.
So there's a company out there that has a certain color. All the farmers and stuff think their oil has to be used in those certain color of tractors, and it's just not true. So here at Camrock, we have the same specification oil as the other brand, where people think that they have to use that for a certain color on their tractors and stuff like that. But we have the same oil specifications as they do. Works just as well, does the same thing, lubes it just the same. Price comparison is it's not even a comparison. We have a better price than anybody around on that type of oil. I use it at our place. My son uses it for our colored tractors that we have, and a lot of other farmers use it too. It's the same oil, specifications are the same. It's kind of a myth where they think that it's got to be that certain type of oil for that color of tractor.
Camrock is the name of the company. It's 2111 South Main, Elk City, south of Fred's Steakhouse.
We have a better price than anybody around on that type of oil.
Find the all-new Ariat FR jeans, pullover shirts, and button-ups at Circle A Western and Outdoor in Elk City, your FRC headquarters.
Stay informed with the latest news from the energy industry on the Exploring Energy Show.
Okay, we are back, and we are glad you're with us again. We've got Ruben Turian and Bryce Conway. We're going to talk more about them here in a moment. David Allen Guest, he's a certified mineral manager, one of our loyal certified, just guests. He's also a sponsor of the show, and he listens every day. David Allen Guest, certified mineral manager. He's been doing it for himself and others for 40 years. He understands. He'll get you the most out of your royalties. This is the tip of the spear, the royalties, the mineral owners. Without these people, nothing else could even happen. So David's a guy that you can trust, a guy of integrity, glad doing business with this guy. If you find yourself in a situation to sell, David's also a trusted buyer of royalties from states, probates, trusts, and bankruptcies. You don't want anybody taking advantage of you in that situation. Call him at 405-341-8698 or look him up on the intraweb at David Allen Guest. And sustaining Oklahoma's energy resources. On the break, we were talking about what was going on up there at the Big Bennett Event Center and the 4,000-plus attendees. But they also do educational opportunities, and they do it for free. This is a Zoom meeting, SPCC training, oil spill prevention, control, and countermeasure. This is a free seminar teaching you how to do it the correct way, how to report it, how to even come up with a plan. It's October 23rd. Get yourself registered before into business October 22nd. At www.soer.oerb.com. That's soer.oerb.com. Okay, back to our guests here. And Bryce, I didn't give you a chance to talk about yourself much, but tickle the ivories for the Great Divide. I mean, how's that deal?
Great Divide's great. We're the Great Divide. Yeah, I joined. I actually got this KECO. I remember being in here back in like the early 90s.
Washita River Boys.
With the Washita River Boys.
Yeah.
And if there's anybody listening that saw the Washita River Boys playing back in the 90s, it's time to get your colonoscopy. It's that time of our age.
and fill out your Medicaid application.
Your AARP. Time to get that filled out.
Well, didn't you guys cut an album and like the picture had you guys standing down in a creek or something up? You know?
With the two twins. I
remember that. I do too.
Yeah. The Wall Boys was Dean Carter, Keith and Kevin Miller from Cheyenne or Hammond, and Seth Grable and Shawn Gortney. And we went out to some railroad track out in Hammond and took a picture. Man, that picture, I think Blancs submitted that to like this contest. And they got like second place in the nation.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were Red Dirt before Red Dirt was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Red Dirt was cool. Red Dirt was cool. Yeah, so I've known the Great Divide over the years, and so they invited me to join about 6 years ago. And man, talk about a fun ride, man! They went through all the Great Divide was signed with Atlantic Records back in the late '90s.
Right.
All over CMT, and they did the whole the world tour,
sure,
all that, and so. They got the band fired back up again, and we just played that Boys from Oklahoma with that Cross-Can Ragweed reunion. And,
CCR,
yeah, 50,000 people 4 nights in a row. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
And half of them called me and asked for free tickets because of Bryce.
Oh, of course they did.
Yep.
And how many of those did you hook up?
Zero.
Zero.
I'm joking.
So we keep the Great Divide has a couple tour buses. We keep them parked at Flex Chem.
That's so cool. And you play the keyboard.
I play the Hammond organ.
The Hammond organ.
Hammond organ and the piano. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well,
Keyboard player.
When I was a kid, my mom was like, "Hey, I will pay for piano lessons." I'm like, "Come on, Mom."
Oh, sure.
Really? Yeah, I'm not. And boy, I got into college, and everybody that could play a piano, the women just flocked to him. I mean, it was just like, what? I should have listened.
How smart was he?
Of course.
How smart was he?
Of course, after 2015, I'd have had a little hard time.
Oh my gosh!
Hitting chords with no fingers, but nonetheless, Bryce, how do you? And I guess it's a balancing act that you have to do with your job at Flex Chem. Being with the band and those kind of things too.
In the band, so Great Divide. Everybody has day jobs.
Sure,
I have mine. At Flex Chem.
The whole band does.
Mike McClure is he's singer songwriter,
right.
And he tours with his wife. They have a little duet called Crow and Gazelle, and they're kind of into Americana. So he's booked 24 hours a day or 7 days a week. And so the Great Divide, we will all go out a couple times a month, a couple runs.
So cool.
It's
That's so cool.
Yeah. They had built this machine, and I'm just like riding on it, just like, oh man, this is insane.
Yeah, that's so cool. And Ruben, are you roadie or?
No, I just fan.
Just a fan.
I just drive around.
Super fan. Yeah, nice.
It's fun. It's really fun.
Okay, I'm going to ask you this question right here. First to you, Ruben. Why should somebody use Flex Chem?
I mean, the thing that I was telling you that separates us is our give back. If you've got two companies doing the exact same thing, and they're doing it both well, the thing that separates us is we've got a lab, and our technical team separates us, in my opinion. And then everything above and beyond, I feel like that we do for people is a good reason. Take a look. If two companies doing the exact same thing,
yeah,
and
who are you going to do business with?
Who are you going to do business with? And one is moving the needle in the communities.
Okay, well, Bryce, I'm going to hear the CEO. You're the top dog, man. How about it for you? What do you think sets Flex Chem apart?
I think that the two important bullet points are number one, our technology and service. We have our laboratory. We have chemical engineers, petroleum engineers on staff. We have chemists, and I think number two is we have this really nice rail spur that we have in Yukon. So we have buying power for chemicals. We bring bulk rail cars in. So
that's a game changer. That's a game changer too. The rail spur.
Yeah, our rail spur, and we do a lot of chemical blending out of Weatherford. So we have the outreach over here to Western Oklahoma, and so it's our pricing mainly like on our acidizing and like our commodity production chemicals. So yeah, it's our service technology and pricing.
How can people find out more about Flex Chem?
Oh, thank you for asking.
You betcha.
That would be at www.flex- there's a hyphen, flex-chem.com. And I can give you Ruben's cell phone number over the air right now.
You
Absolutely.
555-588.
No. Catch us on all the socials, too. We put a lot of stuff out on social media. If we're going to have someone out speaking, we try to stay involved and have our technical team out doing speaking engagements at different universities and schools and stuff. And we try to put all that out on socials just to keep in touch with people. So keep up with us on all of our socials.
Fantastic.
Facebook.
Yeah,
LinkedIn.
He skirted that cell phone number real quick, didn't he?
405-222-8568.
there
that's
you
been
go.
the whole score.
There
Well,
you-
even saying that, but like this hyphen in between flex chem.
Yeah.
Flex dash chem. We went to get a website like 15 years ago, and the flex chem was taken, so we had to put the hyphen in it. And just years of anguish of the hyphen. Flex dash chem.
Yeah.
Dash chem.
Well, you dash right out to location. You bring good people. I mean, I think that dash is a pretty cool deal. I mean, it could be like Flex Dud Kim, but hey, you're Flex Dash Kim online. That's so cool. Guys, thanks so much for being a part of the show, for coming over and visiting with us and getting people an idea of what Flex Chem is, because I think they see it on the side of your trucks. They see it at the field at SWASU. They're like, hey, what is that? What is Flex Chem? Is that like a new, workout supplement? What is that? But it's an oil field company. And like you said, you've grown your company from within, and I think that's great. I think like you said, finding a need and meeting it. I think that's what sets Flex Chem apart, in my opinion. Is besides the dash, is that you went out in the field, you had people there, and they were like, "Man, this is a problem. What can we do to fix it?" Well, let's get busy on it and we'll try to fix it. Solutions. That's what people want. They don't want like, I don't know. They were like, you know what? I'm going to get right back to you because we'll find out.
That's exactly it. Go back, find out, and come back with an answer.
That's it, and bring it back with an answer, and at least a probable solution. That's the whole thing. I mean, that's how real businesses work.
Yeah. The solution is always going to be on a molecular level, and that's what we can discover.
And
in our lab.
And another place for scientists and chemists to come work for you. Great job.
Yeah, we're
guys.
always recruiting. Yeah. So if there's any technology chemists, petroleum engineers, find us at sales@flex-chem.com.
Nice.
Yeah, that's our deal.
There you go.
Hey, let's get the Great Divide in here, man. We're in the studio. I see Katie Butts up on the wall and
hey, man.
Michael Martin Murphy over there, that guitar. Yeah, let's get the Great Divide in here.
We need to.
Yeah, let's do it.
We got a Red Dirt show in the afternoon that our JC does, our Jordan Kane. In fact, he just got back from Nashville. He went down there and helped a little girl from out in this area go down there and sign with a major record label.
Wow!
So,
nice.
Well, we got to get him in here then.
Yeah, he's got a real good band.
Why don't we have a Red Dirt hour like right now? What's next?
Well, Tradio can't step on that, man.
Oh, Tradio! That's what you're talking
We
about.
were talking about that last week, Tradio.
Oh yeah, and what's that $4.99 chicken fried steak you were talking about?
Hey, yeah,
Fred's.
Get you some of that, boy. It'll fill a plate, no doubt about it. Again, thanks, guys. Appreciate you so much. We're going to take a final break. I'll be back with my lovely assistant, your weather forecast, energy news, and my briefs. Stock prices from area interest, and more right after this.
Stay informed with the latest news from the energy industry on the Exploring Energy Show.
Hi, I'm Mike Rowe, and it never fails. Every time I visit this state and talk to the folks in the energy business, I learn something world-changing. The technology here is bleeding edge, and so is the focus on the environment. As for the people, they're among the smartest, most innovative, most talented workers I've ever had the pleasure of meeting anywhere. They're busy keeping our modern life going. Not a bad career choice, if you ask me. See their stories at oerb.com/micro.
We do brakes, alignments, oil changes, filter services. If it's a fuel filter, air filter, we'll replace the front end parts on alignments, ball joints, tie rods. We don't do any engine work, but we do about everything else. Oil changes is something your car has to have done. There's many choices. We have a lot of repeats just because we take care of them. They come in, we get them out. They don't have to question, worry about if something was bad. Did you check it over? If they call and make an appointment, we get them in and out a little quicker. They can show up. If it happens to be the right spot, we can get them right in and out. If not, say it may be an hour or so, they'll leave it, come back, on their lunch break or whatever. We have a lot of those every day. L&R Tire, 1204 South Main, Elk City, Oklahoma. The home of Bridgestone Firestone tires. At L&R Tire, we'll take good care of your vehicle.
Hi folks, this is EJ Gretaman with ASCO Equipment out of Elk City, Oklahoma. If you need rental equipment, I got your back. From excavators to wheel loaders, telehandlers, and forklifts, we rent the brands that you know and trust. With flexible terms, responsible service, and expert support, we're here to keep your job on track. Need equipment? We're on it here at ASCO Equipment. Visit ASCOEQ.com or stop by our Elk City branch, 513 West 20th here in Elk City, Oklahoma, or you can just give me a call, 580-243-9233. Appreciate it, folks, and y'all have a blessed day.
So if your farmer need a hose built, you can come in, we'll build it. Oilfield customer and need us to come out and see you, we'll come out and see you and take an order or pick up a hose, build it, bring it back to you. Solves that problem. I'm Brock Kalk, and my company is American Hose and Supply. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings, oilfield or agriculture. You needed a hose like yesterday. We will stop what we're doing, and if we got to go to our Oklahoma City shop and get it, we'll do that. And I've done that for a lot of my customers. The business I've done with the Oilfield, they got to see your face. Whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever the customer prefers, that's what we're going to do. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings. In the Oilfield, sometimes you get a call for a crazy, hey, can you get this? And you go find it for them. American Hose and Supply. Come by and see us at 2111 South Main, Elk City, Oklahoma, in Camrock Building next to Fred's.
Or call 303-1123.
Solves that problem.
You get a cup of coffee, you walk up to the cashier to pay, and there it is. A world of possibilities right there at your fingertips. The Penny News, our free gift to you.
This is the Exploring Energy Show.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Thank you.
Let me get back here to this deal right here. Yeah, we do. We really appreciate the FlexCam guys coming in. Camrock, after a busy spring and summer, you're ready to put the old tractor and equipment up. Before you do it, do the maintenance. So it'll work just like you need it next spring. Get everything you need for tractor, motor maintenance from Camrock Supply. Next to Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City, Camrock Supply, CAMRockSupply.com. If it's got an engine in it, you can find what you need at Camrock, whether you're in the oil and gas industry, heavy construction, ag, it doesn't make any difference. DCP Services, an oil field company, very diversified, offering the right services, the right people on the job. Their pump repair shop in Cordell continues to rebuild those pumps to like new. Saves you time, saves you money. And they've got a roustabout division, a lease operators division, a wireline division with both braided and slickline options. You can find DCP Services on the Book of Faces, or you can call Jeff Davis, 580-660-0501, 660-0501. And this hour's weather forecast brought to you as a service of Carter Electric. Everyone knows that distinct smell. When something electrical gets too hot, do not ignore it. Older houses, buildings, electrical fires do happen. New houses, buildings, electrical fires do happen. If you smell that, call Carter Electric. They have an infrared scanner. They don't have to tear your whole place apart. They can go right to where that situation is, that hot spot. Level 1 certified technician. Commercial and residential uses can save thousands and even save lives. Fully licensed and insured, Carter Electric has the equipment, personnel, and experience to handle any job 24 hours a day. And they're authorized Generac generator dealer. That's it, electrical service 24 hours a day. Carter Electric, licensed, insured, trusted. Owned and operated by Kervin and Mary Orgain, 217 West 12th Street. You can call them at 225-2447, 225-2447. Here's your hour's weather forecast brought to you by Carter Electric and my lovely assistant, TJ. What do you got, girl?
Today we're sunny with a high near 82, south wind 9 to 15 miles per hour with gusts as high as 23. Tonight mostly clear with a low around 61, south-southeast wind around 14 miles per hour with gusts as high as 21. Friday we have a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms before 1 p.m. Otherwise it'll be sunny with a high near 85, south-southwest wind 13 to 17 miles per hour with gusts as high as 26. Saturday, sunny with a high near 84, southwest wind 8 to 14 miles per hour, becoming west-northwest in the afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 21. Sunday, sunny with a high near 71. Monday, sunny with a high near 84. Tuesday, sunny with a high near 72. And Wednesday, sunny with a high near 74.
I can live in them 70s. Yeah. I know you're cold-natured, but this old fat kid likes that. That's 70s to 80s.
I can put more clothes on.
That's my comfort zone right there. Here's some energy news in my briefs. The U.S. Energy Information Administration, the EIA, reports that ethane exports will expand sharply through 2026. Global demand for ethane as a petrochemical feedstock continues to climb, driven by production in Asia and Europe. The EIA said the growth stems from new U.S. export capacity, larger shipping vessels, and an increasing number of international buyers, Analysts believe these expansions will strengthen the U.S. position as a top ethane supplier in the global market. Ethane is one of the products, they strip out of natural gas. Okay. The Trump administration decision to cancel the country's largest planned solar project, Esmeralda 7 in Nevada, has created rare unity between Republicans and Democrats in questioning the move. The project would have delivered 6.2 gigawatts of energy, enough to power 2 million homes. Critics warn the decision could slow renewable growth in the Southwest and disrupt jobs tied to large-scale solar manufacturing. General Motors announced $1.6 billion charge tied to changes in its electric vehicle production plans. After the administration reversed key EV incentives, the automaker will retool its production focus as the industry adjusts to shifting federal priorities. The California Public Utilities Commission approved a $17 average monthly rate hike, affecting millions of residents. The move sparked pushback from consumer groups who say it will increase financial strain on households already facing high energy costs. U.S. industries pushed back on exports. The Aluminum Association urged Congress to ban exports of used beverage cans to China, arguing the material should stay in the U.S. to strengthen domestic production for critical industries such as defense and aerospace. I had no idea that that's where our used cans were going to. Meanwhile, Timber Grants Rayonier and Potlatch-Deltic announced a $7 billion all-stock merger, consolidating two of the country's largest forest owners. And Swedish firm Stagra plans to raise $1.1 billion, that's billion with a B, for a new green steel facility in northern Sweden. And China is exploring ways to convert coal plants into compact nuclear reactors, reusing existing grid infrastructure for faster energy transition. Here's some energy news in my briefs. What do you got over there as far as stock prices? Are you doing us some good today? Are you getting
it
some
seems
green?
like it's every other day.
Every other day.
Not a good day.
So
Ask me tomorrow.
it's all red is what we're talking about. What do you got over there, girl?
American Electric Power is up $1.59, trading at $120.12. Apache is down 19 cents, trading at $23.05. Baker Hughes is down 2.5 cents at $44.45. ConocoPhillips is down 49 cents at $87.25. Devon Energy is down 28 cents at $32.34. EOG Resources is down $1.03, trading at $107.60. Expand Energy is down 58 cents at $102.59. General Electric is up $1.65 at $301.95. Halliburton is down 21 cents at $22.20. Helmerich & Payne is down 9.5 cents at $23. Liberty Energy is down 41 cents at $11.93. Occidental Petroleum is down 19 cents at $41.70. OG&E Energy is up 15 cents at $47.19. One Oak is down 44 cents at $68.49. Phillips 66 is up down 69 cents at $128.86. Sandridge Energy is down 8 cents at $11.53. Schlumberger is down 1.5 cents at $32.56. And Williams Companies is down 23 cents at $63.56.
Some commodity prices here on the New York Mercantile Exchange. West Texas Intermediate crude up 10 cents, but still trading below 60, $58.37 a barrel. November contract out of New York City there. Out of London, the Brent crude oil and the ICE Futures Exchange, the global benchmark trading up 8 cents to $61.99 a barrel. Tocom crude oil in Japan out of Tokyo down 430 yen per kiloliter. New York Mercantile Exchange natural gas staying static, just over $3 at $3.01 per million BTU. Again, Bryce Conway and Ruben Turian with FlexChem. Thanks for setting that up.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
great guys.
I've known Ruben for years, got to meet Bryce, a couple great guys, a good company. And I think we did a pretty good job of letting people know what it is FlexChem does.
Yeah,
and
I
why they
know
do
a lot more.
Yeah.
For sure.
I know, like I said, I found out a lot more about FlexChem.
Yeah.
Here's what you can find out today on Paragon TV. Paragon TV, we've got Merritt at Hinton. ParagonTV.com. You can tune in tonight, ParagonTV.com. Oiler TV, Merritt at Hinton. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff. It's a 6:30 pregame at ParagonTV.com. Elk City, girls, Elkettes, state fast pitch tournament at Devon Park in Oklahoma City today at 2 o'clock versus Ulaga Talala. It will be we're going to be able to give an audio presentation of it. We're filming the game to put it back online the next day, because of the NFHS situation. But today, Oologah, 2 o'clock, OG&E Field, Elkettes. Go get them, girls. It's a one and done in the state tournament, and they're on the big field. So congratulations to those young ladies. Elk City hosts Douglas tonight. It's a Thursday night game because of fall break. Watch for free, BigElkTV.com. For all of our great sponsors and TJ, I'm Shawn Wilson. Thanks so much for listening. I promise we'll talk again. Have yourself a great day.
A John Deere working the field. That's what country sounds like. 96.5 KECO, Elk City.
News. I'm Therese Crowley. Day 16 of the government shutdown. President Trump working on thousands of jobs and agencies to start cutting Friday. GOP Senator Ted Cruz tells Fox.
Republicans voted